Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Melt with Nat and Jack. I'm Natalie. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I developed a really bad migraine on Friday night. So all day yesterday, I was on the couch and I had my 4-year-old granddaughter here for the weekend. Thank God she's so good. And my daughter came in and played with her and helped me out a little bit. But I couldn't even open my eyes. It was like somebody was just hitting me in my eyeballs with a hammer or like poking knives in them. I think it was, I had a stressful week at work. So I think the stress, it just gave me a migraine. But I laid around all day yesterday on my couch with my phone in my hand trying to listen to everyone's warm reviews on their risky week and their baskets they were pulling and all that. And every time I would try to open my eyes to like be able to look, it hurt so bad, and then I would kind of fall asleep and wake up and restart like Drew's video. I had to restart like 3 or 4 times between yesterday and today to be able to see the whole thing. And then I have people commenting on my videos. I'm like, oh my God, people are gonna think I'm not answering them, but I just couldn't. Every time I go to answer with my eyes open, I had to put my phone back down and just close my eyes. I don't get those often, but when I do, it's like I don't get a headache. I get a migraine a couple times a year. And yeah, it definitely took over my whole body yesterday and last night. So feeling a little bit better today. Just took my Semper for a little walk, for like a half-hour walk we went. We normally walk about an hour or so, just to get out and get some fresh air, and it did help. So I am going to review my Risky Week. I was so excited to do this Risky Week review. Things aren't always what they seem, is what I'm going to call it week for me, because I had a lot of surprises. There actually were a few that would have rotted in my drawer because I would have never pulled them if it wasn't for a Risky Week last week, or this past week, I should say. So I'm so happy that I did it. We did it, got through it. And so let's get started. First, I'm going to do my empties, what I emptied. Okay, these are some of my empties. And then I wrote notes every day. I was writing notes, that's front and back. Look, I even have things highlighted. 2 pages of notes on Risky Week. Okay, first I'm going to do candles. I have a few candles here I got through in my Crocs and lighting up. So I got through, and this was a new one to me, Iced Vanilla Woods by Bath & Body Works. Let me focus in more. Such a pretty blue. I really love this jar. I think I'm going to freeze it and get the rest out and use it like in my bathroom, you know, to put little things in. But it was really nice. I would definitely get another one of these. It was a 10th row, and it was gorgeous. And then I got through, this is always a repurchase for me for years, Ocean. What am I doing? Ocean Driftwood. And I burn them, and then I crock them or put them under a lamp. Blackberry creme frosting. I don't know why I'm trying to get myself to like blackberry, but I'm really trying to get myself to like blackberry. I've bought several blackberry jam in wax. I'm buying blackberry in candles. And I think I'm going to just stop forcing myself to like things that I just don't like. I'm learning that too, like blackberry, peaches. I did like some plums this past week. We'll get to that. But yeah, if I don't like something, just forget it. Move on, because there's so many other things I do like. Why am I wasting my money? Like, the candle is probably gorgeous to someone that likes blackberry. It's a beautiful scent, but you have to like blackberry, and my nose doesn't. Maybe in a year from now it will if I tried it again. You know, your nose changes. I know mine does, but I don't like blackberry. And then Frozen Lake, which I absolutely love. I love all their lake, like Morningside and all that. I really like them. And these little ones I do in my guest bathroom, and they throw beautiful. Like it comes out of the bathroom into the hallway. And Fireside. which I love. I'm going to move this a little bit because I'm not... There we go. Okay, that's better. So those were my candles this week that I pulled out of Crocs because I had them in the Crocs for like a week. A couple of them, you know, I started to burn them, threw in the Crocs. And I just want to get them out of here now and move on. Okay, so here are my empties. Chocolate cream pie. I had said last week I am not a chocolate lover in wax. I just don't like, to me, chocolate's something I eat, I don't want to smell it really. Unless I'm baking a chocolate cake or something, then yes. So I had this in my granddaughter's playroom. This is Birdie's Makes Sense. Who I love her wax, a lot of things, but I just don't like chocolate in wax, so I'll never buy anything. This was a sample, actually. Yeah, I didn't buy this. This was a sample. So I would never purchase anything with chocolate in wax. Like vanilla fudge, yes, but not chocolate. Okay, then I did by Kay's sample Crackling Fire. And, okay, this is what I wrote in my notes. It smelled like wires were burning. So when I walked down to the kids' bathroom where I had it in that warmer in my kids' bathroom, so I walked down there, again, like you forget what you have going on, but I walked down there and I'm like, what's burning? Like it smelled like wires were burning to me. So I had to put it out because I didn't like it at all. And then let's get to, another one of Kay's before I start my coffee sampler. Hey Sailor, it's Black Sea, Winter Linen, and Black Currant Absinthe. A-B-S-I-N-T-H-E. I don't know if I'm spelling that right. Forgive me if I'm not. And I had this in my room, in my warmer, and I put hearts all over it, and I absolutely have to get it again. I actually have a long list going for Kay's because I haven't ordered from her in a while, but there's a reason for that because I want to do a custom and ask her to guide me a little bit, making sure it's not someone else's blend. So yes, Hey Sailor got added to my list. Probably around May, I'm going to just order from Kay's and do a huge order. She was actually my first vendor that I ever ordered from, you know, outside of doing my Scentsy. Kay's was the first one, and it was Dani. Dani Lives Life, who's has a YouTube channel. If you're here and you're not on Dani Lives Life, you have to go subscribe because she's excellent. But watching her, I saw her do a Kay's haul, and that's what made me go on and say, hey, I want to try that vendor out. And I did, and I loved her. I love Carla. I know I say that in all my videos when I talk about Kay's, but I can't help it. It's how I feel. Okay. So then I did my Rose Girls coffee sampler that I think I got in like June or July that I was saying last week. I was so afraid to warm them because a lot of coffee smells skunky to me, and I just didn't want my house to smell like skunk. But it was risky week, and I said, if I don't do these this week, I'm not going to do them. So I did espresso donuts at Tiffany's. And I put 3/4 row, and it was okay. Not one I would look to repurchase. Then I did, make comfortable. Okay. Cider coffee cake, and I wrote skunk. Yeah, this one wasn't for me. Oatmeal cookie latte. It was nice in the beginning, and then like an hour later, I got that skunk scent that came out. Sugar cookie latte, light. Like it was so light, I couldn't even smell it. And in these, I use the whole thing only in my kitchen. So in my kitchen, I have a tea light. I have a 40-watt Scentsy warmer. And then I have an element warmer. I don't know if it's a 15 or an 18. It might even be a 20. I don't even know. It's my Love element warmer that I put out for Valentine's Day. But I do have a tea light and a 40-watt, so they definitely got enough heat. So sugar cookie latte, I couldn't even smell it. Okay, raspberry mocha Rice Krispie treats. The raspberry shines beautifully in this, and I loved it. And I would repurchase if she just had this. So that's the raspberry mocha Rice Krispie treats. That was nice. I got no skunk. The raspberry is really what came out, and it was beautiful. Love that. lattes with girlfriends, and I wrote that it was a 7/8 throw, and I had it going, and it lasted really nice for about 3 to 4 hours. And then I did almond biscotti absolute coffee, and it was very, very light. I gave it a 1 to 2. Like, it was very light. Again, these are my opinions, so anyone else who got the coffee sampler, you might have just had better luck than I did. I just didn't have good luck with it. Okay, then I did by Hayden Rowe a sampler. It was called Foliage Hike. They don't have their scent notes on here. I gave it a 6 for scent and throw. I'm thinking foliage must mean like leaves, like a fall scent. And I gave it a 6. It's not one I would repurchase. What other samplers did I do? I know I have more samplers. Oh. Okay. Leatherface by L3. Am I doing this right? I don't know why it's doing that right now. Leatherface by L3. I did this in my basement because on cold, I was like, there is no way I'm going to want that near me smelling. I just knew I didn't want it in my main part of my house, so I put it in my basement warmer. I went downstairs like an hour later, and then like 3 hours later. If you like leather, I know Edda likes leather, I think. Edda, you like leather? This was great, but not for me. I like the smell of leather getting in a new car, buying a new car and getting in it and driving out of the parking lot. Then I like the smell of leather, but not in my house. So this was a no for me. Big time. But I'm happy. I would have never used this. Never. Destination Wax Aberdeen. I put 2 hearts on it. It was really, really good. And this is fresh blend of lavender, cedar, green herbs, and earth. Loved it. Loved it. It was really, really good. I think that's it for my samplers. Okay, I'm going to go to my Scentsy. So, my Scentsy, the first one, the one I really was dreading to do because it smelled like toilet bowls to me, was Waves and Wonder. And I think I said this last week. Why do I have hair everywhere? I think I said this last week that I don't even know how I got this bar. I have no idea. It's been in my drawer for at least 2 years or longer. So I don't know how I got it. It was a lot better on warm than cold. I actually didn't mind it. I put it in my home office, and I did it 2 days in a row just because I have 2 warmers in my office. So I did it 2 days in a row, 2 and 2 with the cubes, just to get, because I knew if I didn't use it all up, I would probably not go back to it because I didn't love it. But I didn't mind it either. It was a lot better on warm than cold. So I kind of liked it. Not a repurchase, but I liked it. So that was a big, big surprise to me was this one. Okay, I did mandarin and mango nectar. So I did this in my room and my daughter's room. And I might have put some in the kids' bathroom. This is a beautiful scent if you like mango. I don't like mango. So if you like mango, you really should pick this up. It's beautiful if you like mango. I did Pretty and Plum. So I'm not really into plum either too much. Maybe if it was a pastry. So when I was warming this, I said, you know, if I mix this with, I actually have it in my club. There is one plum that I like. What's the plum that we like in our club? It's a Bring Back My Bar. It's a bakery one. Oh my God, Drew had it in his basket. He's doing it this week. It was the first one he did today when I saw him. Sweet plum pastry, right? Sweet plum pastry. Yeah. Okay, that one is in my club. I got to be in the mood for it. I have it in my club because I know it's really loved. And I've actually given it to friends of mine that do love that one with the blueberry cheesecake. Blueberry cheesecake I'll never warm again in my house. But I like the sweet plum pastry when I mix it with something else. it's hard to explain. When I warm it on its own, it's a little bit sour to me. But I keep it in my club because I do like it when I mix it with like vanilla bean buttercream a cube or even our almond one. Then I really like it. So I would have added a cube, but I felt that's not playing fair. I didn't want to mix because then I said, if I mix, then I'm not really playing fair for the week by doing that. So I just let it go for the day. It wasn't bad, but I'm happy I got through it and I used it. Lilacs and Violet. This one is another one I would have not have done because I would have thought it, oh my God, that must smell like plummy. I don't know why I would think that. It is so, so, so gorgeous. I might put we have 1 week left to put in our Scentsy club what we want because they're going. Next weekend's the last weekend. I got to really focus on my club this week. But I think I'm going to put a bar in my quarterly. I really, really enjoyed this. It's a really pretty scent. I liked it a lot. Okay, the one I really loved, and I only have this in my club because my cousin Christina loves it. So when they stock, I think I have it in my bi-monthly. When I get like a few of them together, I just send them to her. Or if I'm going up there to see my family, I bring them to her. She loved Life's a Garden, Lavender Violet. And she didn't get it in her club in time, not realizing that she just didn't realize it. I had thrown them all in my club when we had the Life's a Garden LTO, knowing if I don't get to it and I end up loving one, let me throw these in my club. I can always take them out. And if I don't like them, somebody will like it. So when she told me, she was so upset when she called me telling me she didn't get it in her club. She loved it. I go, well, you're in luck because I put it in my club and you can have mine. Now I warm it for Risky Week and I loved it. Like, loved it. It is so good. If this came back and to bring back my bar voting, I would vote for this back. But I have to give it to my cousin. I wrote in here on a thing, I wrote 8 hours with 2 hearts. Yeah. I mean, it's hers. I have plenty I love, and she's my baby cousin, so it's hers. But I'm happy I got to try it. So now I know to vote it in if it comes back. Okay, last of Scentsy. I did what Ashley Nicole said to do. I said last week I was going to do, and I ended up doing 2 mixers this week, and I'll tell you the other reason why on the other one. Because like I said, I didn't want to mix. I wanted to just do them straight. But I had said last week that Ashley Nicole, another one, her channel, she's beautiful. Love her. She does great with the home fragrance. Cookies for Santa. I wasn't liking it on cold. And Ashley had said to mix it with apple butter frosting and cinnamon buttercream. So that's what I did. I used the rest of these. The apple butter frosting is in my club because they're discontinuing it come next week. Cinnamon buttercream is not because it did nothing for me. But it was beautiful as a mix. So I put 1 cube, 1 cube, 1 cube. I put 3 cubes all through my family room and my dining room because I had the coffee one going in the kitchen. And it was so good. Great mix. Great mix. Okay. Then, all right. Biggest surprise for me that I absolutely love that I had to staple my Post-it here. So I tell you guys, I don't know how I ended up with, there's 2 of them. Vermont Honey Apple Bath and Body Work. And then there's an Earl Grey tea. Where's her Earl Grey tea I had going? There was 2 of Rose Girls. Sonic, you're in my way, babe. Move over. Oh, here it is, because I had 2 bags of it. Okay, so I did Vermont Honey Apple Bath and Body Work, right? And when I got this, I'm like, what would make me get that? I don't know what would make me get that. And I got it a long time ago, like beginning of summer too, like one of my first hauls I did with her. And of course, it just got thrown in my drawer and forget about it. And I got 2, and I wrote, oh my God, I had this in the basement. It was more beautiful, warmed up in the house and to get more. So now I'm stalking her site for her to put more up. the reason I got through it all was because when I put it in the basement the first day that I put this in, it was so gorgeous that the following day I did it through my house. And then I went and pulled this. Let me pull something similar because I wanted my whole house to have the scent. So I pulled her Earl Grey and apple tea. I thought that would kind of come close to this if I used them both in warmers. And oh my God. This is so, so good. So definitely I'm happy I had 2 bags of this. And why did I get 2 bags of Earl Grey and apple tea? I don't know, but I'm happy I did. So now now I'm gonna be hoarding this until I see she gets more of it. But yeah, definitely. So see my surprises, the lavender and violet, and then these 2 were huge surprises for me. Okay. Then Britta's. So the one thing I learned with Britta's is definitely to let her wax cure, because I got these in September because I heard so much about Britta's Bakery, but I was not at all impressed in my house when I warmed some of what I had gotten at that time, and that was before I did YouTube. It's like I don't get any throw or anything on this wax, unfortunately, because again, someone else will, I want to support her. I love her. She's an animal lover. So when it was risky week, I went and grabbed a couple Britta's. Well, I absolutely learned with Britta's, let them cure. I love them both. I did Sugar and Spite in my granddaughter's playroom, and I did this 2 days in a row because it was a pretty big chunk. Absolutely beautiful all day and night. Loved it. And I wrote more on this one. Her Sweet Potato Surprise. On cold, even before I warmed it, on cold, I didn't really get any kind of scent. You warm this up, wow. It was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I was shocked. Shocked that on warm, how much stronger it was than on cold. So really, really happy that I have 2 with Britta's, but now I know, get her stuff, put it in a jar, and let it cure. So for next fall, when I get some more bakery, I'm going to get it as soon as she starts doing her fall stuff, probably July, August, get it and put it away. Okay, one more clamshell. I think this is the only other clamshell I did. I did Sensationals Bubbles, and it's crisp greens, fresh florals, clean woods, and musk. And it's bubbles. And I put a Post-it in here. What did I say? Oh, so good. It was really good. So that's Sensationals Bubbles. Would I look for more? No, I mean, even opening it. It's really nice. Would I look for more? No. But it was good for it to be risky week and try it. It was okay. Then I did Lurid Christmas Bake Off, another one I loved, and I did not think I was because it's cranberry relish. And I said last week, what would make me get something with cranberry relish? A, I'm not big into cranberry scents either. And B, can't even eat relish. I think it's disgusting. So cranberry relish, where was my head? I don't know. I guess I got it because it said with pie crust and tea and cakes. So I figured out, let me try it. So I got one of her Lurid bricks, and I wrote loved with a heart on it in ED. So I would definitely next year, if she has this, I would definitely get it again. It was really, really good. So I was so happy. I was so happy that I had some that I would have never tried and I ended up loving. Yeah. Okay, the Pharmacist's Daughter, I did 2 of. And the reason that these have been sitting around since like August, September is because I didn't really get a smell on them. And both of them, another one I wrote, definitely let these cure. And they're so much better on warm. And that was Spellbound and Slice of Demise. So both of these, very, very happy. But you have to definitely let Pharmacist's Daughter cure. Okay. Then I did The Olive Branch by Rose Girls. So this was a risk for me because, again, I don't even know what made me order this, and it's been in my drawer for a long time, so I pulled it for Risky Week. So when I first put these in, I put them in through my game room. So my game room has 4 warmers. 2 are 40-watt Scentsy warmers in there. And then an element warmer, the shine-on one, the lantern that has the little lights in it. And one's a 25-watt. So I have 2 40 watts, 25-watt, and an element that I think's a 20-watt. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I put 1 cube into each. And an hour later, I go in and I'm like, if I put my nose over it, it smelled beautiful. Like really pretty, but it wasn't throwing. Like, come on, throw, because it was gorgeous. You know what? I'm going to go put another cube in it. I'm going to do 2 cubes. So an hour later, I put the 2nd cube into each one. And about 30 to 40 minutes later, I walk over there and it came alive. And it came alive and it lasted the rest of the day and night in through the next day. I didn't even have to change it. So I put this in and it lasted for 2 days. And it was absolutely gorgeous. I would definitely pick up another bag of this if she offered it. I was really happy with that. Then my friend Jen said, you didn't pick any fizzy. And I do have fizzy, and I never really warmed fizzy. I'm like, you know what? I didn't. And this was after I did my video. I'm like, all right, let me go pull a fizzy one. So I pulled Rose Girls Fizzy Pops, straight up Fizzy Pops. And when I smelled it, it's so strong, even outside the bag. And I just didn't know if I could sit in my house all day and smell this with working and stuff, because work alone gives me agita. So I don't think I could have handled it alone. So I actually grabbed an L3 Lemony Ginger Ale, and I mixed these 2. And I wrote all day, definitely try again in the summer. It was strong, great throw. And I'm going to keep these 2 binder clipped together like I have them. And I'm going to do this on a day when it's like a hot summer day. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Hayden Row. So Hayden Row, I did honey buttered rolls. And again, so this was souffle, and I did like 2/3 of it. And I did 2/3 of it in the game room again with the 4 warmers, with the 2 40-watt, the 25-watt, and the element one that I think's a 20-watt, and got 0. Nothing, zilch. I get 0 when I smelled it on cold, but that means nothing, because 90% of what I smell on cold, when I don't get a scent, I warm it and do. This one, I did not. And I actually have another whole souffle of this. So what I'm going to do is just mix it with something later down the road and try it that way. Another one, I know Edda did it too. And I actually learned something new today from Edda. She said this is actually a drink, horchata, which I should know, because I should know that. So horchata is in the bakery category on Hayden Row's website. It's sweet rice milk combined with mild coconut notes with sweet cinnamon. And it says it's a power soy wax and that you should warm it in 18-watt or higher warmers. So I did. So this went through my house. I did it in the game room, dining room, and family room. And that was a whole loaf, and that's what I have left. So I did like 2/3 of this loaf all at once that day. I got nothing. Like, for me, I didn't get any scent throw from it. And I kept going over it and smelling it, and for me, I didn't get anything. So another one. So maybe since it's mixed with coconut notes and sweet cinnamon, maybe the rest of this I will use at another time down the road, and I'll mix it with something with coconut of a bakery scent, or maybe with pie crust or something in that category to use this up. But I would not reorder that again. I just didn't get a scent. I don't even know if Edda said she got a scent. I don't really remember, like, she didn't really express like as a repurchase for her, so I'm not sure. But, yeah, I was disappointed in that. Then I did by L3 Avo Bath, whipped cream and peach nectar. And I wrote, it's okay, retry it again in the summer. So that's what I have left. I use like, this was one of the mini bitty Betty Loaves. And I used half of it. And I used this also in the game room. Because all week, the kitchen, I was doing Rose Girls coffee scents. So, because I really wanted to get through those. And I wrote to retry it again in the summer. It did have okay throw. And the scent was okay, but I think it was too summery for me with the peach nectar. And it was me that day. It wasn't the wax. So if you like peach, you definitely get the peach. You get that Avo Bath. It was a good scent. It's not what I would normally go and gravitate to. Why I got it, I don't know. I think because, I'm trying to like peach. Why I'm forcing myself, I don't know. Another one, L3, Cupcakes at Tiffany's, Eggnog Mallow, and Fireside Plum. And on this one, I wrote, it's okay. I did it in the game room with the 4 warmers. It's just okay, and it's not a repurchase. So that was that one. Oh, I have one more Brita's. I used half of this. I don't know what she calls when she does, like, you know, those. It's like an 8-ounce, right? I don't know. But it's the Scarecrow Walks. It's sweet bakery dough, apple cider donut, and pie crust. Sorry. I wrote this was an 8, and it went all day in my granddaughter's playroom. So I would definitely repurchase the Scarecrow Walks when she offers it again. It was so sweet. Not so sweet. Like, not sweet, but sweet of a bakery scent. It was really good. If you like bakery, really good, but let it cure. I never pulled nighttime blends for myself last week. I forgot, which I'm not. Now this week I pulled nighttime blends, which will be my next video for this coming week. So I just pulled some peppermint and lavender coconut milk. I had some of that. So I threw some of this at night in my warmer. And the ones that I did not get to, of everything I pulled, I got to everything but L3's Cuban Tobacco Coffee Bean Vanilla Oak. But I'm going to use this one. I'm going to keep it out to use in my kitchen. Night Shift was in Rose Girls. So this is the only one left of that bag. Where's that bag? Oh, it must be in my game room. That brown mesh bag was full with the coffee samplers. I got through every coffee sampler in there but Night Shift. And I didn't do the Sizzling Cinnamon from our Jelly Bean collection. I think this was Easter last year or the year before. No, it was the year before because I was a customer then when I got this, not a consultant. And another one, I just couldn't do this. I just couldn't. It would have bothered me all day. I got to do this as a mix. But that's it. I got through a lot. I did a lot on my risky week. I'm so happy I did. Out of all of them that I thought I would never gravitate to or like, there's a couple of them I would repurchase and that I'm happy actually is in my club. So, yeah, so that's it for my risky week, guys. Again, comments and stuff, I'm slowly trying to answer in prior videos, but I had like a 48-hour migraine. I couldn't keep my eyes open. So I'm going to do another video now, and then I want to lay down and watch everyone's collabs, even if you're not in the group collab, like I'm not in the group collab. I'm so enjoying, like Ashley, our Ashley is doing it. Susan Fitzpatrick is doing it. A few people are following along to a certain extent, like I am, and I'm enjoying watching all through the week. Everyone, it's so much fun. I'm loving it. So, all right, guys, I'll be back with a second video of my basket that I'm going to do for this coming week, which is Warm What Makes You Happy, and it's perfect after this past week. I'm excited. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much. I love you guys. God bless. Comment below what you warm. Comment below if there's anything I warmed here that I don't like and works for you. So I'm happy it works for others, you know, and vice versa. So many people, things don't work. I'm like, oh my God, I love that one. So that's what makes us all different. But I love hearing what everyone else says. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.